Throughout my life, I've always considered myself a pretty casual gamer, often gravitating towards popular titles like Call of Duty, Grand Theft Auto, Fortnite, etc. However, for a while, it felt as though gaming was becoming stagnant, with entertainment and new ideas seemingly hitting a plateau.
It's awful.
That is, until someone recommended me Hollow Knight. Initially, I wasn't too enthusiastic about it, as I believed that a game not developed by a big studio could not possibly be any good. I quickly realized how misguided I was from that bullshit statement. From the moment I started playing Hollow Knight, I was blown away. The gameplay, the bosses, the story, everything about it captivated me, and all for a modest $20. Remarkably, this game led me down the hole of incredible indie games that I'd never experienced before. So in this video, I'll be discussing the indie games that has significantly impacted my life, starting off with Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight profoundly changed my perception of independent game studios willing to take risks to create something so beautiful. The moment I started playing, I was captivated by the game's environment and music. As I delved deeper into the story and the world, my appreciation only grew. One aspect I particularly enjoyed was how the music seamlessly blended into the background, enhancing the exploration experience. The dynamic soundtrack that adapted to different environments, whether in Dirtmouth, the City of Tears, or elsewhere. All of that added a layer of immersion I did not expect from a $20 indie game. Hollow Knight's gameplay also left a very strong impression. The game offers a remarkable degree of freedom, allowing players to upgrade weapons, learn new moves, and experiment with various talismans to create different builds throughout the whole game. This flexibility lets you tailor to your playstyle, making each experience unique. And on a final note, I just want to say this about Hollow Knight. Where the fuck is Silksong? No, but realistically, Hollow Knight undoubtedly deserves all the praise it receives. Despite some parts being challenging based on how your skill level is, you ultimately overcome these hurdles and grow as you play. I kind of put the category of Hollow Knight kinda in the Elden Ring genre, just pretty much having to rinse and repeat certain bosses, learning the patterns, and finally getting the ultimate payoff, knowing that you beat a certain boss with nothing but determination and confidence. Another thing that I quickly wanted to speak on is how huge this map is. When I first started playing, I had no idea how important the compass talisman would be, but I keep that shit on me at all times. Every time you think you've reached the edge of the map, it just keeps growing. I really hope that whenever Silksong comes out, that the map is twice as big. Maybe that's just asking for too much, but they use the map on this game perfectly. And I'm not even kidding when I say this. I don't think I would enjoy gaming this much if it wasn't for indie games. If I only stuck around for the main games like Call of Duty, Fortnite, and GTA, I would have a miserable time. But knowing that there is so many options out there just makes me want to deep dive more into what other indie games are just as popular as Hollow Knight. But enough with all the Hollow Knight praise, because now we fast forward and talk about during the year of 2023 in the month of October, a month brimming with video game releases such as Mario Wonder, Spider-Man 2, and Sonic Superstars. Among all of these video game titles, one stood out to me the most that actually surprised me, and that was Lethal Company. In a time where fun multiplayer games like Among Us and Fall Guys were waning out of popularity, Lethal Company revived the joy of playing online with friends without taking the game too seriously, all for $10. Not only that, this game was created by one single person, proving that a great idea and execution can rekindle excitement for these types of games. Lethal Company ticks off all the boxes for the fun video game experience, which is replayability, affordability, and my personal favorite, proximity chat. Although I haven't played the game in a while, the recent updates have piqued my interest again. It's actually astonishing how in a month filled of high-profile releases and AAA games, a $10 game made by an indie developer would have such a significant impact on the gaming community. And not to mention, when a game reaches Fortnite level of fame, you know you got something special. I know that there's a lot of people that feel a certain type of way about Fortnite, but you gotta admit, if you make it to that point where your video game gets into Fortnite, it's almost like a rite of passage. Like, you have to respect it. And it's all thanks to games like Lethal Company that I still enjoy gaming. Because could you imagine paying $70 for a video game that is absolute dog shit and not even ready to be released? What the fuck? Compared to a $10 indie game that is fully ready to go and you're able to play with friends. I rest my case. Indie games are fucking amazing. And up next, we'll be talking about a fan favorite game, which is called... Now, before diving into the beautiful game we all know as Pizza Tower, I do have to say something. Pizza Tower was robbed for Indie Game of the Year. Alright, that is all. Pizza Tower's popularity skyrocketed from its release, with TikTok videos popping up everywhere. At least that's how I saw it. Curiosity got the better of me, and I spent the $20 to embark on this journey known as Pizza Tower. As soon as I started up the game, I was told to wait in the main menu screen for a couple seconds without moving anything. And here's what happened. Yeah, that's right. If you got scared, now you know how I felt. Video games that add stuff like this for no reason have a special place in my heart. Normally, it indicates a fantastic experience ahead, and I was not wrong. After a few levels, I encountered the first boss, which struck a perfect balance between challenge and enjoyment. Despite taking a few attempts to beat, I had fun every time. Not to mention the game's music is exponential. Music isn't my primary concern when it comes to indie games, but Pizza Tower's combination of outstanding gameplay mechanics and top-notch music was a pleasant surprise. If you were to purchase a similar game from a big studio, it would more than likely cost around $40 or so. But with Pizza Tower's developers, driven by their passion, made it accessible for only 20 buckaroos.
That's what I'm talking about. This shit means something to me, man.
Also, not to mention, they added free DLC, which lets you play as a Noise, an entirely different character with a bunch of different movesets. And they're still offering all of this content for 20 bucks. If this was EA, you already know the Noise would have been a $10 DLC.
Please, man. Fucking give me my fucking money back, bro. Bro, give me my...
Whenever I hear the phrase, expect the unexpected, I somehow think of Pizza Tower because I did not expect much content for $20 from an indie developer, only to have my mind blown away and got everything a AAA game would have for a third of the price. I almost forgot to mention that Pizza Tower was announced on the recent Nintendo Direct. So to those that don't have a PC, you don't have to worry anymore because that shit is coming on the Switch. I don't know what they're gonna price the game, but whatever the price is, you guys should try out this game. Pizza Tower is a must try. As I mentioned earlier, I was a very casual gamer who mainly followed the popular trends like Call of Duty, Grand Theft Auto, and Fortnite. However, playing these indie games opened my eyes to the excitement that comes from exploring something new and fresh. The love and passion invested into these games are evident from the first moments of gameplay. It's quite remarkable to see how a big name studio can invest millions in a video game that ultimately feels lackluster in the end, only to be outdone by an indie studio that creates something meaningful and engaging with a fraction of the budget. So if you made it this far to the video, all I gotta say is, give indie games a chance. If you see the one that catches your eye and worth a decent price, pick it up. Maybe it'll be your new favorite game. But with that being said, thank you all so much for watching the video. If you haven't yet, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, because that should really do help out the channel. It would mean so much to me. And as always, a huge shout out to all my members on my YouTube channel. Your extra support really does mean a lot to me, and I cannot thank you enough. But with that being said, I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Stay healthy, stay safe, stay hydrated, and as always, gamers, I will catch you all in the next one. Adios.